uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Saying that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much.
Bomb Squad!
I always like throwing that in there every now and then to wake people up. Shout out to the Bronze Bomber, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait till you get back on deck. Of course, you ain't missing nothing. You know, boxing is the same way it was when you left it. You got people complaining about shit that's non-relevant. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official, you already know. Let's get down to the blitz, man. Piss poor. Piss poor. Canelo goes for the payday. It is no debating. It's no argument. It's no, I know more than you. The very same fighter who went around here saying, I know you want payday, 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 is that exact same fighter who's going for a payday. As bad as it may sound, if boxing allows him to get away with going for a payday with the status that he is currently in, I'm talking about the tier that he's currently fighting on. The only entity you should be extremely upset with is boxing, the system. I speak of it all the time. The system is not in the benefit of the consumers. The system is not in the benefit of the fighters. Canelo is not even 1% of this game, but yet they want to give this man all the freaking money. Biggest hypocrite in boxing. Teofimo Lopez. With Team Canelo, he had to make a desperate move to go over there with Team Canelo. By all means necessary, he had to ride off the momentum of another fighter. And when it's all said and done, he can drop that nigga word all he want over there. Look who you go over there and chill with. You trying to link up to the Mexican fan base. But yet you trying to play both sides of the role. You want the Mexican fan base to adore you just by association, just by affiliation. Teofimo Lopez wants the Mexican fans to adopt him. Yeah, they want him. They want the Mexican fans to adopt. Because we know, especially when it comes to soccer, the Mexican soccer team don't give a damn about Honduras. Honduras can't even make it to the playoffs. We know Honduras straight up suck when it comes to football. But when it comes to this boxing, man, there's leeches. Not just in the waterway, but outside too. And this to me is one of those freeloading leech moments where a fighter says, hey, I don't think I have enough confidence in myself to get back to where I was before. So I want to ride off the coattail, the carpet of Canelo Alvarez, because I want the fight fans to adopt me and give me that Mexican love so I can start getting a little bit more benefits at the goddamn gate. A little bit more benefits when it comes to negotiating these fights. And you know the most pathetic part about Tio's move to Team Canelo is that you have individuals now forgetting about anything Tio has said that was controversial, racist, derogatory. They're up here trying to help. They're just supporting Tio because he's now with Canelo. So they're trying to show him all this fake ass love because he's with Team Canelo right now, man. They allowed that cat to come over there yesterday on that Spaces, and this dude was just up there talking crazy, like, man, really feeling himself. That's the audio I think I should let you listen to, truth be told. But first I got to get to this freaking article. You know what I'm saying? First, I got to get to the article. All right. I want to read you an article of freaking Boxing News 24 because it's imperative that you hear what they have to say about this particular fight with Canelo Crawford being off, because this is a boxing segue that always criticized the shit out of Crawford. Always. Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? Can't stop, won't stop. That's what they do. They always have something negative to say. So, no Canelo Crawford fight called off. Let's get down to it. Fundamentals of reading. The mega fight between superstar Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is reportedly now off for September. There's no word about why it's off. Could negotiate the deal. Crawford 41-0, 31 hosted knockouts, was supposed to move up 2 divisions from 154 to 168 to challenge unified super middleweight champion Canelo 62-2, 2 draws, 39 hosted KOs for his belts on September 13th at the 65,000 seat Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. The Jake Paul factor, y'all. This is the thing. You know what I'm saying? A Jake Paul. There's no Jake Paul factor. Jake Paul factor is, in order for it to be a factor, he needs to step in the ring and fight somebody of notability. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that we respect as consumers. Somebody who we believe and know for a fact is going to go in there and really challenge Jake. Not the bullshit and the play, the talent show that we've been sitting up here witnessing when it comes to him stepping into the ring. It says the Ring broke the news on X about the Canelo Crawford fight being off. No reasons have been given at this time. Canelo reportedly plans to fight the hugely popular YouTuber Jake Paul in May in a fight that could do crazy numbers, dwarfing what Canelo Crawford would bring in. So this is the whole angle. This is the entire angle when it comes to the mischief and the malefactor behavior that goes in the sport of boxing. This is a way to make you believe that them breaking the news that the fight is off is now zoomed in strictly to focus on Canelo Alvarez, Jake Paul. Turki Al-Sheikh is showing you that he's going to do what he wants to do his way. If it means also dangling the carrot and playing around and antagonizing the boxing consumers, what is that going to do for a man like him that's not really looking for a return on these boxing matches? It's not going to do a damn thing. This is only the beginning, y'all. Though we see the upside of Turki Al-Sheikh making some of these fights, now this right here is the first time you get to see what you will expect when it comes to Turki Al-Sheikh putting together some big fights, putting it out to the public, you know, doing the preemptive strike, letting you get acclimated to it, and then finding a way to manipulate, finding a way to play around with you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Finesse the game, because he's not really looking for a return on this. Yeah. I don't see how it can happen. But when you're talking about somebody who put the news out there, you know what I'm saying? The Ring magazine, just right when we start to just gravitate towards the pool, go to the light. We start to go to the light. And now we finding out that as quickly as they put the information out there, as abruptly they can extract it. It's a dirty, dark game, man. It says Jake Paul has 20.9 million subscribers on YouTube and 28.8 million Instagram followers. With that many people to market Canelo Paul fight, it's not surprising why Canelo will want to go in that direction over a clash against Crawford. 37, who doesn't have a huge social media following. Most of the pay-per-view buys from a Canelo Crawford fight will come from the Mexican, with Crawford just bringing in a trifle. As such, trying to negotiate a fight between them would be pure nightmare, because Crawford sees himself on the level of Canelo, and he's not. Now, I cannot apologize for bringing you to this moon rock, this crater, because all they do is align themselves with trying to drop negative information and pass that off to the media like it's of substance. They love dropping shit from above. That's what they love to do. If you go up here, who wrote this? Chris Williams. Okay, I just had to let you know, Chris Williams is the ultimate. Even if his name isn't Chris Williams, her, him, whoever it is. It goes on to say Canelo can make a lot more money fighting Jake Paul twice than focus on fighting David Benavidez or Artur Beterbiev. Canelo and those two popular fighters will bring in a lot more money. You're stupid. You're absolutely stupid. Seeing Canelo fight Jake Paul once, knowing that Jake Paul cannot beat Canelo, tells me a lot about where we at as boxing fans. Just the fact of him stepping through the ropes, knowing that Jake Paul cannot beat Canelo. Usually the scenario would be, oh, Canelo been fighting since he was 15. He's an older fighter. It's a chance that Jake Paul can make something happen. Yeah, if you want to choreograph it, if you want to get a choreographer in there and go through some scenarios like Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley did and make it seem interesting, milk the fans all the way to a freaking 12-round fight, and then turn around and say, and tell the post-fight interviewer, hey, wouldn't y'all want to see this again? This was a close fight, y'all. What about it? What do you say, fight fans? Do you want to see this again? And how Logan Paul jump off the top rope. You know what I'm saying? Do a back double flip layout frog splash, off the top rope and attack Canelo and all this. Man, come on, bro. Don't nobody want to see this fight one time. And it's piss poor that so-called boxing hardcore enthusiasts, the aficionados, supposedly, allegedly, that was the title they had back in the day, would co-sign a fight that they know Jake Paul can no way, shape, or form beat Canelo. Jake Paul can't even beat Crawford. Let's be honest. Crawford will fuck Jake Paul up. Let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. I want to hear one of you all say Jake Paul will fuck Crawford up. That's what I want to hear. I want you to spread that. I want to hear somebody that love responding to my freaking vids say that damn Jake Paul will fuck Crawford up. If you cannot say that without cracking a smile and slapping yourself more than 3 times, then how are we supposed to respect him going in there fighting Canelo and he can't beat him? Jake Paul has 0% chance of beating Canelo Alvarez. So therefore, if this is supposed to be like World Wrestling Entertainment, an exhibition bout, well, promote it as such. Promote it as such. If y'all want it to be a special rules match where you can wrestle, where you can clinch behind the head and punch, give it some dirty boxing promotion freaking rules, give it some bare knuckle fighting rules or something like that. But just strictly boxing, 3 minutes a round. What is it going to be, 10 rounds to accommodate Jake Paul? I mean, how many rounds is going to be? Because we know he don't have a lick of cardio. How many rounds this fight going to be? 7.5? Let me go ahead with this article. Canelo has several better options available to him to make money than fighting Crawford. Moreover, Alvarez wouldn't receive any credit for beating him because he's moving up 2 weight classes. Fans aren't going to respect that because Crawford has chosen to move up to 168 to prove himself first by running a mini gauntlet through these 3 killers. So Crawford's supposed to run a gauntlet to all these guys, right? Right? But you want us to take you serious in putting out this rhetoric, this opinionated rhetoric, propaganda at its best. You know what I'm saying? To absolutely someone that at least 30 to 40% retarded. Somebody who has a 2 to 3% literacy rate to decipher and decode the bullshit that you're putting out. You have said nothing wrong about Jake Paul fighting Crawford as far as when it comes to the competitiveness. But you put out here that Crawford, many of you that are out here, not just Boxing News 24, many of you are looking at this fight and jumping up and down and riding that. You locked in. You know what I'm saying? Riding it real good. And making it seem like this is embarrassing. This is strictly embarrassing. I'm not going to lie to you. This is extremely, extremely embarrassing. You know, MMA fans is probably laughing at you all uncontrollably right now because I say they're looking at this like, damn, how can they sit up here and take this serious? It's no that this can be considered a real boxing match. But we have content creators who's been around the game for a good minute. They're looking at this like, yeah, we support this. All they're talking about is how many ticket sales. They're not talking about can Jake Paul truly beat Canelo. They're talking about ticket sales, y'all. 11-1 fighter. Jake Paul, 7 knockouts. They're talking about ticket sale. This former Vine creator turned boxing promoter to a licensed boxer with a social media following is basically proving that boxing has no reserve, no freaking common decency. Boxing is always going to be a scumbag sport. Boxing has turnstiles everywhere for people to just come in at their leisure and have people to think, scheme, scam on ways on how to make money. In this particular case, it doesn't even have to do with boxing itself. It has something to do with social media followers that no one can account for. He can't account for 28 million IG followers. He can't count for 20 million YouTube subscribers. But I thought when it came to Crawford, the angle was that he can't win. You said Crawford can't win. He's moving up 2-weight division. He can't win. Y'all was up there sounding like Adrian. Yo, Adrian. I don't think I heard what you said. You can't win, Rocky. You all up here are not saying that he can't win. All you all are doing, once you remove your head from the active slobber knocker position and wipe your mouth clean, all you're saying is, oh man, it's going to sell more tickets than Floyd Mayweather and Conor. It's going to do the most ever in boxing. Now Canelo will be at the top because ultimately, at the end of the day, when this fight ends, Jake Paul may say that he's not the B side to any fighter. He's always going to be the A side because he has all the followings, right? And in that perspective, I can see where he's coming from. But when this fight is over with, who's going to get the recognition for whatever the bloviated numbers that come out just to boost this number into space to say, oh man, he did it. He deserved it. He's a part of one of the biggest fights in boxing, bro. No one cares. You hear how they talk about Conor? Conor did make millions. It aligned him to make millions after the Floyd Mayweather fight. But they only talked about him for a little bit. Jake Paul is no freaking different. Jake Paul cannot box with the top elite fighters in the sport. His social media followings have him on a flyer with them trying to promote. This is no different than Ali fighting Aoki, except Aoki was an actual wrestler. He actually could fight in real life. They actually allowed kicks in that fight. That was a tougher fight than what we see in here. No one, when I say no one, you can take someone that's been in special ed their whole life. If you ask them, who do you think winning between Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez? They're going to say Canelo Alvarez. No one in the world believes that Jake Paul can beat Canelo Alvarez, but yet they want to make it seem like that the ticket sales is what we need to talk about, and they're not even getting a penny. All they're doing is participating in the slobber knocker fest. All slobber knockers. All slobber knockers. When you finish up, please report for your next assignment. All slobber knockers. Slobber knockers, over. Please report. Please report for your next assignment. I mean, Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul, they probably won't have enough strength when they get ready to do these press conferences. There's so many slobber knockers out there. I mean, when you got low test levels and everything, it's different. I don't think these two going to be able to fight each other, for real. I think it's going to be a boring, fight, because all these new, slobber knocker fans who's up here to provide their services, y'all. They would shoot down a Crawford fight between two real fighters for a fight between Jake Paul and Canelo, where the criticism was that Crawford was moving up 2 weight classes, but he can box, right? It was all about weight. But peep this out. You see this guy, right? Anybody explain to me what weight class, while these slobber knockers are out here doing their assigned duties, right? Somebody please explain to me. Hold on for a second. If he weighed in at 227, I went over this before, and I'm going over it again. How is Canelo Alvarez, who has been on record saying he don't have to? You remember that black guy named Jamel Charlo, who was on here doing his slobber knocker duties? Who he was saying, if Canelo can just come down to 158. Oh, man, just 158. Just give me 158, Canelo. Just give me 158. Canelo said he don't have to do that. So now you're trying to tell me you cancel the Crawford fight. So I be on this shit. I don't know exactly. I be on this shit though. But the fight didn't get canceled till after I sit up here and it broke down that shit right there with the weights. I mean, people can say what they want. I don't care. But it did. The fight didn't get canceled till after I broke down the weight. And how I broke it down wasn't something that was extremely complex. All I said is people up here looking like that Jake Paul is going to be fighting 168. Jake Paul is not about to fight Canelo for any titles. What titles? What titles? They going to weigh in at 190. He's supposed to fight for Canelo 168 titles? What commission is going to do that? What commission? What commission is doing that? You think that a shocker would be that they fight in Allegiant Stadium instead of Canelo and Crawford? You think Canelo and Jake Paul would sell out Allegiant Stadium 65,000? You out your goddamn mind. Even the Mexican fans are smarter than that. And that's a close-knit, hardcore boxing community. Even they are not going to see Canelo pay money out of their pocket to go to Vegas and spend a week up there, all because of Canelo is fighting Jake Paul. Man, they're not like that. The Mexican fight fans aren't cut from that, bro. They'll support their fighter in any other instance, okay? But they're not going to be considered a motherfucking clown. They're not going to say, no, man, let's all get together and go to Vegas, man. Let's see, can Canelo win? No, they want Canelo to win majority of the time. But when it comes to Crawford being in there, I will stand true to say that the Mexican fight fans would rather pay their money to see Crawford versus Canelo because of how much of a dangerous fight it can be. Jake Paul, who can break down each and every subscriber or IG follower? Huh? Who can break that shit down? Is there any way somebody can get a petition letter and have all 28 million IG followers drop their name? This man fought at 227, y'all. What weight class are we fighting at, y'all? Those of you that's out here, you slobber knockers, wipe your mouth a little bit. What weight class they fighting at? I already went over this before. What weight class are these two fighters contending at? If Jake Paul fought at 227, you all busy whining and stop, and pretty much neglecting your hygiene by changing out that bloody pad of yours. Because when you lap raw like that, it might be some blood. What weight class, since Crawford moving up 14 pounds, and these weight disparities are way far higher than 14 pounds. What weight class? Please enlighten me. Scotty would like to know. No, Scotty would like to know. Please. Scotty would like to know, since 14 pounds, you was on here bitching and complaining, queefing all over the place. Your estrogen levels extremely high, over 14 fucking pounds. What weight class? Because just for Jake Paul looking at this 227 to get down to 200, that's 27 pounds right there. Right? That's 27 pounds. If you subtract 14 from 27 pounds, you still have 13 pounds left over. What weight class are we looking at? Is Canelo moving up to 200? Is Canelo moving up to 190? Somebody help me out. Somebody help me understand. Is Canelo moving up to 190? Because if that is indeed the case, he has to put on 22 pounds. I mean, once again, y'all up here bitching and crying about Crawford moving up a measly 14 pounds, but Canelo has to move up 22 pounds if he's going to contend at 190 pounds. He has to pack on 22 pounds. Is that cool with y'all? Right, when it comes to Jake Paul, from 227 to make 190, he has to drop 37 pounds. Is that cool with y'all? I mean, because of the way I look at it, if you're talking about 14 pounds was too much, well, if we take 14 pounds and subtract that from 37, still you got 23 pounds left over. So who the cowards now? Y'all boxing fans? No, y'all slobber knockers. You are them 225, them 2025 slobber knockers. Deep throat slobber knockers. Yeah, for real. I mean, because everything is above 14 pounds when it comes to this fight. Let's keep the same script, right? The same script, language, and the criteria. You was bitching and hoeing yourself out, being a little trick out here in the boxing streets because of 14 fucking pounds of a fighter that want to move up 2 divisions. But now you're cheering. You got your high pleated skirt on. You know what I'm saying? Dirty draws. You don't care. Because you're a dirty ass nigga. That's all. You up here jumping around with your goddamn pom-poms and shit. Doing cheers. Slobber knocking the hell out of Canelo. Slobber knocking the hell out of freaking Jake Paul. But you're refusing to keep the same energy when it comes to what stands out most to you. What stands out? What is the flagpole saying when that red flag is waving in the motherfucking wind? About weight. 14 pounds, y'all. These motherfuckers up here bitching. Crying like some hoes. Over 14 fucking pounds. But now, they don't even know what weight class these two fighting at. But they want to tell everybody, oh man, the news is broken. Excuse me, y'all. My throat's a little sore. But they told me to practice on my off time because it's going to be a whole lot of slobbing all the way up to this fight. So I got to get my tonsils right. Excuse me, my voice is a little hoarse. Can somebody explain that shit to me? I'm dead ass serious. It's not all the time you got to be nice to people that are adults that consider themselves to say, I'm in a boxing game. I'm a fan of the sport and not the fighter. No, you're a slobber knocker. That's what you are. You're a slobber knocker. You knocking them down, boy. Explain to me how you not acting like a bona fide bitch, jerking off Canelo and Jake Paul fight, and you all do not even take in consideration the weight disparity. You have dogged the shit out of Crawford saying he's too small. But now you're not going to say that Canelo's too small because you know Jake Paul cannot beat him. Because you're not going to say he's too small. 227 to upwards of 30 pounds or whatever the case. He probably weighed higher than that on fight night when he fought Tyson. So can y'all just do me a favor? Can y'all do me a favor and explain how are these bitches, these coward ass bitches that say they hardcore fans, they want to dog the shit out of Crawford, who's a real fighter, who's legitimate, certified, world champion, multi-divisions, awards, all that. How can you justify coming out here validating Jake Paul fighting Canelo when there's a weight disparity? Are you stupid? There's a weight disparity that's higher than 14 pounds, whether you go high or you go low. One of these fighters have to exceed 14 pounds, whether it's gaining or losing. Tell me, how is that sufficient when it comes to your argument when we had Crawford Canelo on the table? A legitimate fight between two pound for pound fighters. Jake Paul isn't a pound for pound fighter. You hoe ass niggas know that. He's not a pound for pound fighter. He is not a pound for pound fighter. Now, what I would like to see Canelo go in here and goddamn allow Jake Paul to get this win over him. Because that will only tarnish the shit out of his fucking career. That he went over there and took a dive only so he can get 2 paydays. Go ahead, go right ahead. Go right ahead and destroy yourself and let people know that you're intoxicated off a payday. when you put that shit out there, Canelo, you was talking about yourself. I'm tired of people overlooking that there's a dirty fighter, overlooking the fact that he's a cherry picker, overlooking the fact that he's sitting up here just doing shit for a payday. When he refused to give the likes of a Demetrius Andrade a fight. He refused to give that Mexican monster, that dangerous fighter David Benavidez a fight. But he want to go fight somebody because where boxing is right now, and we have Turki Al-Sheikh, who is the arbiter, who's up here just dictating where the money's at, up here catering to Canelo like everybody else, just goes to show you that shit don't stop. PBC catered to Canelo. What did they get from it? A little bit of a couple of rows of quarters, dimes, and nickels. Then you go over there to Turki Al-Sheikh and you say, you know what? I can make that fight. Boxing fans in general don't see the point in Canelo fighting Jake Paul. A lot of people don't see the point. It makes no sense for him to face Jake Paul when he's not on the pound for pound list. Jake Paul is not even in the rankings. So if we just had Errol Spence get denied from fighting for any other title, you know, like the WBO denied him, how in the hell Jake Paul, who hasn't even contended in the division, Jake Paul has not contended in any of Canelo Alvarez's divisions. How is this fight going to be anything related to a title fight? Unless one of the sanctioning bodies, i.e. the WBC, because you know they keep the factory open making those belts. The WBC create a belt strictly for this fight. Now it's up to them, Mauricio Suleiman, to basically once again say F the people and say this is going to be a world championship fight. Seriously. Look, it's up to somebody else to stop that shit. Somebody else got to stop it. If Mauricio Suleiman, who I believe, you know, everybody knows that he rocks with Canelo heavy. Jake Paul isn't a champion. He's not in the rankings of any division. For this to be any type of championship fight or belt that's designated for this, it's just like going to be like every other beautiful belt that the WBC has put out. But I want to know if they're willing to go through the measures of creating some bogus ass division for the very first time in history on a special rules match where the fighters, you know, the same shit he did with the franchise, bro. Initially, when he came out with the franchise, he said what? You can win the franchise, but you can't lose it. If you get beat, you keep it. That was Mauricio Suleiman's initial rules when he put out the franchise belt for Canelo. You think he won't come up with something else? Come on, think about what I'm saying, bro. Think about the shit. I know people don't want to recognize it, but goddamn it, I broke down the weight classes. I'm pushing weight. That's my entire objective, is to push the weight classes, because that's what they was talking about with Crawford. 14 pounds was unbelievable because he's coming from a smaller weight class. What about Canelo? He's fighting a bigger Jake Paul. Do y'all see any type of danger in Canelo gaining all that weight, 20-some pounds, to meet at 190? Do you see a problem with that? Or you all looking at it like, well, he's Canelo. I mean, look, at the end of the day, the WCS, all you're doing is just making it too serious, man. It's entertainment, man. Come on, let it go, man. It's entertainment. No. You all was bitching about 14 fucking pounds, bro. So all I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get to a common denominator where fight fans can all agree on, you know, certain particulars, that, you know, certain bulletized points, certain cons, certain problematic scenarios that we have to deal with outside of the clowns that's trying to talk this fight up just for ticket sales. Why isn't weight an issue right now? Canelo has not fought above 175. Jake Paul has fought at a weight considered to be heavyweight. Why aren't y'all saying that weight is going to be an issue with this fight? Because y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all are what you consider the worst boxing fans at this point, because y'all willing to sell yourselves out just to support a fight that's a talent show. It's no higher than a high school talent show. It's nothing that's productive that's coming to this fight that's going to economically improve boxing that we're over here in the U.S. Nothing. It's nothing about this fight that's going to say we're making strides to improve the economy of boxing and having big fights over here in the U.S. This doesn't do it for us just because it's Jake Paul. This is comedic. This is simply a carnival show because these cats are unwilling to talk about the weight. They're just overlooking it like it don't exist. But that was your sticking point when it came to Crawford, though. All I heard was 14, like niggas ain't picked up 14 pounds since they was a baby. No, I weigh the same thing I did when I was a year old. I ain't really gained no weight. I watched what I ate. You know what I'm saying? Eating the dry vegetables. You know what I'm saying? My nuts. You know what I'm saying? Drinking my dairy products and all that. I don't weigh too much more now. I think I'm sitting about 17 pounds. No, that's not true. You have to address the weight issue. They listen. This announcement didn't come to after I broke down the weight. How is Canelo going to drop this amount of weight in preparation for Crawford? Then they're going to say that Canelo was weight drained because he fought Jake Paul at this high weight, and then he had to drop back down to face Crawford in September. How is this to be? Let me change it over a little bit. Let me speak on what I think about the Crawford and Canelo fight. I'm just going to put it out there. Okay? I don't think the fight is canceled. I mean, it's been proven that there's a lot of strategical organized deception that goes on when news is released out to the general public dealing with boxing. I don't believe the fight is canceled. I don't believe the fight is canceled. It's a no-go. It's never going to happen. I don't know exactly when the fight is going to happen, whenever, but it only makes sense that they put information out there that the fight is no longer happening, just so people can run with it. Ha ha ha. The fight's not happening. Crawford don't get a chance at Canelo. But once again, they would rather support a fight where you have a fighter that's not in the rankings, not on the pound for pound list, don't have a respectable resume, one of the worst resumes in boxing. You would rather support and spend your money to go see Canelo, right? Just to say that you showed up at a Canelo Jake Paul fight, knowing that he can't beat Canelo. It's not a hummingbird out there. It's not anyone. No one on this earth of sound mind and body and matured cognitive accountability will tell you straight up that they believe that Jake Paul can beat Canelo. So with that said, why are you dudes, you slobber knockers out here just selling yourself out, dog? Man, this is worse than prostitution, man. These are cats that's considering themselves to be a fan of the sport, not of the fighters. But they out here tricking for these fighters. They say, you know, I'm not on the boulevard. If a female can do OnlyFans, I can do this too. You can't judge me. If they can do OnlyFans, I can be a slobber knocker. What's the difference? You being judgmental. But I'm saying, no consideration? No consideration. That you know motherfucking well that he can't beat Canelo. When they were saying about Crawford, they was up here saying that Crawford's going to get knocked out because he's 2 division lower. That's what they were saying. Crawford's going to get knocked out because he's too small. He's moving up 2 divisions. But with Jake Paul, they know very goddamn well that this man does not have the skill set to catch Canelo with anything. They was up here saying all this about Bivol and how good he looked against Canelo and how Canelo has a certified chin. And you're going to take a fighter that's not even proven, and time he stepped in there with a boxer than Tommy Fury, he couldn't even beat him? This is atrocious, bro. Just when boxing supposedly turned the corner in 24 to 25, they come up here putting this information out there. And I'll say it again. When I put out the live about the weight and them saying that Canelo is going to be weight drained for Crawford, now the news comes out that the fight is off. There's nothing that you can tell me if Canelo fights at 190, 195. He goes, take a rest with that weight on. He has to get back in the fight camp for a fat camp. Now, he has to get ready for the real fight. Because look, we all know it's not going to be any drug testing for this freaking Canelo and Jake Paul fight. Come on. I don't want to keep on mentioning this. Come on, Jake Paul has built the record up, and you think this dude is clean? Come on, bro. Man, come on. What's wrong with y'all, man? I don't even want to know. If something wrong with you, I don't even want to know, bro. Continue to do you, man. Y'all know better. Y'all know better, man. I'm not sitting up here trying to lecture grown-ass adults who's been around this boxing game long enough to know what's going on. I'm not going to lecture your ass. If you choose to be a hoe right now and slob these fighters down based off ticket sales, which you're not going to get any money for, man, you're a wild one. You're a wild one for that. You are a wild one for this. You're tricking off nothing. You're tricking for some publicity. And that's what you call 2025 all the way live out here tricking for free. These dudes tricking for free out here, bro. They out here trying to build up a fight knowing that Jake Paul is not going to win. I can see if man, come on now. I can see if Jake Paul was a legitimate fighter and his resume depicted that. But his resume is absent of solid opposition. Everything has been manufactured, built up, strategically placed, tactically planned, and no one is going to convince me that Jake Paul's resume has validity to it. Nobody can tell me that. It's pitiful, bro. Look at that shit. 227 1/4 pound. And y'all talking about 14 motherfucking pounds? We got a two-way going on. We got Canelo coming up and Jake Paul going down. And both of the weight the weight goals that they have to reach exceeds 14 pounds. But them whole ass niggas ain't out here talking about them shit. They out here tricking for a lie, tricking for a freaking carnival clown show, tricking for a fight where this dude can't fight for no freaking title in the heavyweight division. What, Canelo got to move up and put on enough weight so he can be considered a heavyweight so they can fight? What the rule is going to be? 12 rounds? You know that ain't going to happen. But look, it's been building up to this shit with Canelo. His last several fights have been going the distance. He hasn't even been trying to stop him. He's just been moving around with the fighters. Maybe he was preparing to move around with freaking Jake Paul and get people conditioned to see what he has going on, because he's just been going the distance as of late. So if it's up to him to carry Jake Paul to a loss, he'll do it. But to think we're going to get 2 fights out of this, all because he signed a 3-fight deal, is lunacy. You out your goddamn mind. It's pitiful, bro. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Jay say, what a minute. Thought turkey was so good for boxing. I want to thank Al Heyman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, Jay? Yeah. I mean, hey, I still think he's good for boxing. Just because he got this going on doesn't say he's not good for boxing. All I'm trying to say, Jay, is the ones that consider themselves the hardcores, the aficionados, the enthusiasts, the ones that say, I am a fan of the sport and not the fighter. Why are they slobber knocking? All of a sudden tricking for free off of a Vine creator turned boxer as if he has a chance to beat Canelo. It's nobody believes that. At least with Crawford, the percentage was high that people was up here contemplating. They was in the liberation. Let me see. They was up here pondering the moment. Man, that's gonna be a tough fight for Canelo. Yeah, you know. Then you have some people saying, "Oh man, Canelo's gonna do this, that, and the other." But with Jake Paul, nobody's up here saying that he's gonna beat Canelo. He doesn't have the freaking cardio, nor the boxing IQ, or the freaking experience, or anything else for that matter, except a boxing license that can put him in the ring. So many people will continue to say, the Jake Paul brothers are getting better at what they do. No, Logan is getting better at what he does. Okay? You see how they played around with us and put the fly out that Logan was going to be facing his brother Jake Paul? Just motherfucking dangling all sorts of goddamn shit on us, puppetizing the fuck out of us. Oh, Logan gonna fight his brother Jake. And then now, you know, Canelo's gonna fight Skull. No, Canelo's gonna fight freaking Jake. They're sitting back there laughing, having in private chats. Man, I hate to be them guys. They're not the smartest. They're not the smartest, man. I don't know why they do it to themselves like that, man. Man, you know, at the end of the day, that's considered hazing. That's hazing right there. You know what I'm saying? They just believe anything. Turkey, why did you do that, man? Damn. And Logan up there laughing. Yeah, man, that's how popular we are. Hey, give me another prime drink over there, man. I got to get my energy up. This is funny. I'm starting to cramp up a little bit from all this laughing. I mean, they put out several misleading flyers. Logan was fighting Jake Paul. Canelo was going to fight Crawford. Canelo, the word was he was going to fight Skull. Bullshit, bro. All bullshit, man. Skull actually has a title in his division. Hilarious, he didn't give Bud a chance. But the angles he's taking now is how much money this fight's worth financially versus Jake Paul chance of winning. Check this out. When Turki Al-Sheikh make this fight, let's be honest with ourselves. He's not making the fight gauging the chances of Jake Paul winning. He's making this fight simply based off the popularity. Turki Al-Sheikh knows goddamn well that Jake Paul isn't beating Canelo. I don't blame Turki. Canelo makes his own decisions. Hey, I look at it like this, Mark. If Canelo can make his own decisions, then Crawford can make his own decisions too. But he did make his own decisions. He said no rehydration clause. He said no rehydration clause. That's making the decision. Bomac said, hey, we're going to be in it. We're going to be in it. We're going to test ourselves. We don't need a rehydration clause. That's why I think the fight's still going to happen. That's why I think the fight is still going to happen. But it's too many people that's condoning Canelo's buffoonery. If he's on this level, you're trying to tell me just because you're on the throne, a certain type of throne, it's time for you just to go against what got you there? What got Canelo to the throne? What did he have to do to own the seat at and sit at the throne? Not this bullshit. Not this bullshit right here. That didn't get him to the throne. Fighting the Jake Pauls. No. KSIs. No, that didn't get him to the throne. Jake coming down from heavyweight to fight with Canelo, more credit. Man, that shit right there, man. It's too much pounds in between. I just go back and forth with them crying and bitching and keeping the pad in too long. The shit is saturated. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm just saying, man, they go outside in the summertime, flies flying all around them. Flies even land on their show. Hey, man, hey, I ain't gonna fuck with you today, but goddamn, I'm following you for a reason, nigga. You leaving the trail. You funky as hell, nigga. Change that shit out, bro. Shout out to Blue in the building. Shout out to the Queen Jessica in the building. I wish boxing fans were more loyal to boxing. We cannot buy circus fights and support 50-50 and not support 50-50 fights. I think that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, man. I agree with, with that. I agree. It's ridiculous right now. Ridiculous. All the way around, side to side, top to bottom. This shit is ridiculous. You're not mentioning weight, but that was your main excuse for shitting on Crawford Canelo, is because he was moving up from 54 to 68. Now all of a sudden it's all about ticket sales with this carnival, this circus act. And then, if Canelo can do what he want, why aren't y'all criticizing? Okay, if that's going to be the standard for you all, keep it. Keep that same standard. Keep the same criteria for when it comes to Crawford. Crawford's doing what he wants. He's calling Canelo out. You all don't want him to do what he wants. You want to praise and glorify what Canelo is doing when it doesn't provide any type of history or legacy defining moment to put in the boxing annals. This is not a fight that you're going to put in the boxing annals and move forward. This is a circus act, bro. Nobody's going to deem this the best fight ever when they talk about the greats of the sport. Man, if this what it's come to, man, they in trouble, bro. Hey, good question. Jessica asked, what's Jake Paul's boxing FICO score? This is Jake Paul boxing FICO, man. It's so low that I can't even put it. Look, I can't even really, put it up there for somebody to take it serious. I would put Jake Paul's boxing FICO somewhat like a 83. Serious. This cat shouldn't even be able to get credit for shit he done in boxing. No pre-approvals, no nothing. 73, goddammit. That's his boxing FICO. This dude started off with a content creator and then went to a basketball. No. I might not even be 73. You know what I'm saying? It might be 66 even across the board. Canelo days are numbered. It was obviously he would want a Paul fiasco. The money too good. Payday, bro. The biggest hypocrite in boxing. Want to shit on fighters for wanting to fight him. Took Benavidez all around this freaking carousel of disappointment. Acting like the man didn't qualify to fight him. Talking about his resume suck and all this. But yet he's up here fighting a Jake Paul. It's a disgrace, bro. It's beyond a slap in the face to Benavidez. But more so, I believe the Crawford fight is still happening, though. It's just they're playing around. They put it out there for everybody to bite on it. And then they put that other flyer up. Now, hopefully, Tank versus Bud at a catchweight can brew up. Man, stop that. See, I just got through talking about dumb shit, bro. And you come up here talking about Tank versus Bud. Who the fuck want to see Tank versus Bud, man? Bud shouldn't have to come down below 154 to face Tank. Man, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Bud is making weather a thing of the past. I don't have nothing to do with all that shit you talking about. You on some bullshit today, bro. I'm gonna be straight up with you. All that damn calling somebody all these homosexual terms, man. Come on, what makes him that? What makes him that? If you keep it on boxing, cool. I don't have no, sometimes I do shit on fighters, but just out of Mayweather ain't got shit to do with this, man. Let me try to I want to switch over for a second, let you listen to some audio. If I can pull it, hold on for a second. I'm gonna try to pull this shit up right quick, man. I'm going to try to pull this up right quick so we can listen to some audio. I want to switch over to Teofimo Lopez and his freaking spaces with TBV. The reason why is because you need to hear the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? He's got with Canelo, and all of a sudden, he's getting access. All access granted, bro. All access granted to come over here and talk about I'm a real nigga, not fake like these other boxers. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. But let me put you something up here right quick. That T.O. This what was put out there by the Ring magazine. Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford fight is now off. I don't believe it. I think it may, be postponed for a minute just so they can really focus on fucking with the minds of these fans. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. But give me a moment. What was I? Let me find this right quick. Okay. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Hold on. I got it. Hold on for a second. Hey, I'm about to piss some people off. Okay, I found it. So listen to this shit right here. Let me put this up there, of course. We're going to tune in to when T.O. was on TBV. Shout out to TBV. This has nothing to do with TBV. Ness can do what the heck he want on there. I'm just saying, Teofimo's on there talking crazy, and too many people gloating on, all the bullshit he was saying, just because he's with Team Slobber Knocker. So listen to this audio right quick and see how Teofimo's trying to win back the masses when it comes to his lost boxing fans that he had when he was only sitting at 14 fights heading in there with Masayoshi Nakatani. When he was sitting at 15 fights in there with Richard Comey. 16 fights with Vasily Lomachenko.
No, Pops. He talking about when Pops got stomped out.
Well,
T.O. ain't do
no more guessing. We gonna ask T.O. himself why he didn't do nothing. Teofimo Lopez, que lo que?
He
Tio, que lo que está pasando? What's going on, man?
Man, what up with it? Yo, it's
Chilling.
Wednesday, right? We passing the hump day. You heard? What up with y'all bitches? How y'all doing, man?
Oh, can y'all hear this audio good? Can y'all hear the audio good? I'm about to play it one more time.
We good, man. You obviously making rounds. You making the news.
Can y'all hear the
Obviously,
audio?
I'ma just say
All right,
I
cool.
agree that you didn't
Appreciate
take that contract. I didn't like the terms at all. If you could tell me specifically what you didn't like, but I thought it was nasty work that,
And this is the Boxing Voice Spaces audio. This is Ness talking.
they still want you to do over 150 before you can get a percentage.
Hey, what I put is what is there. If anybody can take what they want to take from it, I'm not gonna explain more than that. Just because your boy still gotta fight. You feel me? I gotta
For
still make
sure.
some. Gotta make some money. I gotta make some money for all the honeys. So but other than that, man, just hey, it's a straight.
Give it up for T.O. Now that his voice is about to be finalized in about 2.5 weeks. He's trying to act like he's a player. He's gonna be out here in these streets, bro. Stop the cap.
Shot, bro. Not a lot of fighters do it. We ain't supposed to. They say we ain't gonna do it. We ain't supposed to, but I don't follow the rules at that degree when it's bad. You feel me? So I let you guys decide what you think about it. We didn't turn down no fight or no offer. We just didn't get what we asked for. That's all. But
Now, speaking of not getting what you asked for, Richardson claims that whatever you sent, the numbers aren't the same thing that you guys discussed. Is that going to be, I guess, addressed, and do we still get that fight, in your opinion?
Did y'all hear that? Hitchens is saying that the numbers that they discuss, numbers they sent. Man, boxing a dirty little hole, man, for real. Just so dirty, man. So slimy.
no, yeah, well, we're gonna see. Oh, I like this copper right here. This copper? Yeah, I'm over here at Liz, man. I'm trying to make some new designs for my Make Boxing Great Again, because people like my shit. I gotta go and come up with new things. But anyways, with the Richardson Hitchens situation, nobody has gotten anything yet. We just talking about it. Nobody's gotten anything anywhere. We just waiting on His Excellency and the royal family to decide what they're gonna do with all of us in boxing. So, but right now we're talking about making these fights. Definitely, they're interested in me and Hitchison fighting. So when they're interested in things like that, I'm not gonna speak for them, but 10 out of 10 times it happens. So we're just things like this when there's so much money involved, with the right people and the right terms. Definitely things take a little bit of time, a little bit longer than we would normally be used to. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you got
For sure.
co-promoters, you got promoters. You know what I mean?
He did versus Mario Barrios for sure, but
And
he
what for
said
the
that
interim, right?
was for the regular, yes.
Was it a regular or the interim?
Nah, it was the regular because Barrios, Josh Teller had the full super title.
Yeah, Josh Taylor, who I beat, right?
Yes, sir.
All right then. All right, so there you go. There y'all have it, man. Hey, y'all should tell him, man, because man, everybody
Just to
got
be
beat.
clear, you would not accept a catch weight. I just want to eliminate that, or put it on the table if you're
The
willing
fuck?
to do a catch weight with him.
The fuck you talking about catch weights? We don't do catch weights over here.
You hear that? That's why I love listen. I told people T.O. is the manipulator, the master manipulator of social media. T.O. said we don't do catch weights. T.O., if you're listening, and all them people who hyping you up now, I'm no longer on that motherfucking bandwagon of yours. You say you don't do catch weights over here, huh? Aren't you the same one after your last fight when they asked you about facing Crawford? And you say we can do it at the catch weight? Wasn't that you? Wasn't that you that said after you done clout chase Crawford's name, you about facing Crawford, and you say, yeah, we can do it at a catch weight, but you just said you don't do catch weights over here. Got
Hey,
it.
what we catching? And the only
Nothing.
thing
Just
that we
making
go,
You're
sure.
the
cool.
only
You're
thing
a
that he
cool
gonna be
guy.
catching are these hands. The fuck?
You're gonna be catching all these hands. That's funny, y'all. Hilarious.
Catch
Oh,
the fuck?
let's go.
Now, what about Crawford? Because I know you're busy. I've been hearing you say, "All right, I'm gonna
Oh,
leave."
Crawford got
So
Canelo,
before,
bro. He got to worry about the. He got
And this, my people, is why one of the reasons why I believe the fight is still
to
on.
worry about the big man catching. And the only
nothing.
thing
Just
right then. All right, so there you go.
moving up to as far as the 147.
Catching. And the only
Nothing.
thing
Just
that we
making
go,
sure.
the only thing that he gonna be catching are these hands. The fuck? Catch
Oh,
the fuck?
let's go.
Now, what about Crawford? Because I know you're busy. I've been hearing you say, "All right, I'm gonna
Oh,
leave."
Crawford got
So
Canelo,
before,
bro. He got to worry about the. He got to worry about the big Mexican, bro. He got to worry about Canelo Alvarez, Saud.
which is your new stablemate. So give us a prediction then.
What? Prediction? It's boxing though, but I got Canelo stopping him.
So now he has Canelo stopping him. But prior to him getting locked in, he said it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. Now he's on here with TBV. Now he has Canelo stopping him. And this is the same night that the Ring magazine put out the announcement that the fight has now been called off. But T.O. is going to tell you himself he's been sparring with Canelo Alvarez to get him prepared. So all of a sudden, the sparring, he wasn't talking to Turkey Al-Sheikh. That's why WCS believe the fight is still happening.
It's too big,
Any
bro. It's too
any
big.
way you think that
And I'm gonna be,
Bud
hey,
can make.
look, I'm not gonna speak for Canelo's team, but me and my father already insisted in sparring Canelo for Crawford.
Mm.
And I mean, like actually,
Let's go.
like actually sparring.
What's cool about that too, Tom? I gotta call it the way it is, bro. Come on, bro. Bro, what's wrong with you, man? Look, I have no smoke with you, bro. Real talk, man. I have none. But I'm just reacting to this shit, bro. You're a Crawford hater. You a legitimate certified Crawford hater. But it's too much slobber knocking going on. He Crawford. T.O. can't beat Crawford. He can spar whoever he wants, man. Canelo ain't gonna be no much better sparring a guy who went life and limb with Claggett.
Because I know one thing is that they're gonna want their game plan is to box Canelo, and we the best boxers there is, bro. I don't care what people say. Y'all can talk what y'all want to talk, but we're gonna give him the early versions of what Crawford used to, because Crawford getting older, bro. He getting older, man. That shit, he turning into like spoiled milk. He's turning into spoiled milk, bro.
Damn,
Yeah, that shit ain't
damn.
gonna. You know what I'm saying? He needs some new milk. Pause.
He needs some new milk. Pause. They let this motherfucker just get away with anything he want to say, and that shit's not even funny. He needs some new milk. spoiled milk, but he needs some new milk. So let's just say you have a carton of old milk and you pour some new milk in it. Is it going to change? God damn, nigga.
Hey, T.O., do you think it's a good idea for him not to take an in-between fight and just wait all the way till September to fight Canelo? Or would it be better for him to jump in there with someone in between now and September?
I thought that was their plan.
I mean, there's been zero rumors or announcements of any fight for Crawford, only for Canelo in May.
Make boxing great again. Yeah. Let me see here. Hold up, man, because I'm here at Lids real quick. I'm doing like a custom hat theme, trying to mock it up, you know, for all of you guys out there. A little couple prototypes. But all right, carry on. My B, man. I think that's good. Maybe is there any way we could do these capitals, the letters? Instead of them, all of them capital. So that way they could see it in a better version. All right. So you say what you said?
Shit, what I say, Tom?
Yo, we hot, bro. We hot right now. Yo, this is crazy. We hot. Hey, but everything that
Hey,
I say, I'm gonna just say
I got a
this shit,
question.
man.
Yo, this is 702
Oh,
boxing
everything I'm saying
on
right now,
YouTube. Small
everything
little
I'm saying.
channel.
Look, man, everything I'm saying is opinion because we all have an asshole. All right, we all have one, so it's just an opinion, okay?
What are you talking about, T.O.? It's just an opinion. You would ask about how do you see the fight playing out. In your opinion, I guess, is Canelo is gonna stop Crawford. But I guess he didn't know that the fight was about to be called off. You know, nobody from the camp told you? I don't know.
We all have an asshole. It's just an opinion.
Last one, and I'll let you go. Is it possible we undercard of Canelo possibly with Boots Ennis?
For what day?
That Canelo Crawford fight, would you be willing to get on the undercard or no?
I'm just willing to fight, man. It's whatever I'm gonna be honest. It's whatever Turkey Al-Rashid and the royal family want to do.
He ain't stamping that fight, huh? That's a fight he ain't gonna win. He ain't stamping that Boots Ennis fight. It's cool for the question to be, presented. But the real ones know that he ain't beating no Ennis. The real ones know. I don't care what Turkey Al-Rashid put out there. Turkey, to me, is becoming administrative nightmare. Maybe he should just wait to a couple of months and then place information out to the GP. He's doing it too early. And we're finding out why. Because just like I mentioned, what did I say it was? He allows the promo to marinate and for it to just go wild. It's not like it didn't happen before, but the traction that it get when he does it is coming from individuals who's never seen the information and had a full belief that the fight was going to happen. Like we was always taken for a ride. Most of what we was talking about fantasy fights, it was just basically exclusive to the YTC, the YouTube Central. Now that Turkey Al-Rashid puts the information out there, oh, the fight gonna happen. Yeah. You just got a perfect example. You just got a lesson, an absolute lesson. W-E, a lesson on what's to come with Turkey Al-Rashid. He's showing you right here. He showed you his hand. He started the year out talking about Crawford, Canelo in September. Had you latch on to that. Had people believing that Skull was going to be next up. Now, all of a sudden, Skull is not even in the picture for Canelo to pick up his belt that he don't have, so the fight between him and Crawford can be undisputed. Now we talking about Jake motherfucking Paul at a weight that no one wants to talk about. All they want to do is slobber knock and talk about the fight selling tickets. It's no way possible it can be for a title unless Mauricio Suleiman make a special belt for this fight and this fight only. And it shouldn't even go on BoxRec. The fight shouldn't even go on BoxRec. Seriously.
You know what I'm saying? And with Yeah, bro. Like honestly, I can't really call anything at this point. I think none of the fighters really can. None of the fighters really could call anything at this point. Turkey Al-Ashi is doing a great job, a phenomenal job in boxing, making it what it needs to be, the origin of the best fighting the best. Look at this. Now we're getting Crawford and Canelo, soon to be announced, possibly. You know,
See what I'm talking about? Tia up here talking about we getting Crawford and Canelo soon to be announced. And then the information comes out from the Ring magazine that the fight ain't happening no more. What did T.O. know that we didn't know? Truth be told, what did he know that we didn't know? Is it just that easy for them to put out a tweet from Ring magazine who has a yellow check mark and say the fight is now off and that's all that needs to happen so that people can now redirect all of their energy into one specific fight where Turkey has to be over there laughing and say, man, they're really talking about this fight. Wow, this is going to do incredible numbers. Yeah, wow. Wow is the word because it's such a weight disparity that you fight fans has to take that in consideration. You was up here crying about 14 fucking pounds. 14 pounds. And if you go either way, it exceeds that number when you talk about Canelo and Paul.
sometime in September. I think that both fighters should face different opposition prior to it, so they get a good warm up. I think that it's logistically and logically, I think it's a greater purpose for Terrence Crawford, to warm up first at a new weight class since he's already gonna move up to fight at 68. At least already test the waters, maybe with the likes of Edgar Berlanga or something like that. You know, something slight, something that gives that good traction, so that way he be ready for Canelo come September. You
I
know,
love the Edgar Berlanga fight.
Don't nobody love that, bro. Stop the cap. Don't nobody love no Edgar Berlanga fight with Crawford. Man, come. What the Why should we love the Edgar Berlanga fight, man? Come on, man. Why y'all want to do that to that man? Edgar Berlanga has did nothing to deserve a Crawford fight. He has absolutely done nothing to deserve a Crawford fight. And hearing y'all mention that, Berlanga wouldn't even take no Crawford fight. Berlanga know that's a freaking dangerous fight for him. He wouldn't take no fight like that and pick up his second loss in a row.
exactly. I think that'd be good traction, bro, and it'd be good for my dog. Hey, Berlanga, I know he's saying I ain't from New York. You know what's crazy? I just want y'all to know something, okay?
Here we go,
I
y'all.
just want y'all to all understand something, cause I'm a real nigga. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm a real nigga, okay? And you know why I'm a real nigga? Because we all knew each other from the amateurs. All of us, all come from the same class. All right. I used to see Edgar Berlanga with the Puerto Rican shorts and the tank top going into the National Silver Gloves. So I don't know what they all talking about, saying this and that or the third, but I am real as it comes. Tank Davis, me and him, we've all known each other since Regional 3, from Region 3, from the Silver Gloves, all the way with DC, the Gary Russell family, all the whole family, known them since I was 8, 9 years old, since a jit. All right, the whole family. So all these guys, and I'm not talking about the Russells because they keep it the way they are, but everyone else, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, all of them, we all came from the same shit. But the thing is that they let corporate and all these other fuckheads come in the mix to dictate and run shit, and all they do is sit down and let them do the work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type. All right, I don't get plugged in the butt. I ain't that type. And definitely another thing, I don't suck. All right, I don't suck. So yeah, exactly. And you can put that two-tone. I don't do none of that shit. These guys, they a bunch of suckers. They a bunch of suckers. I can't believe that they don't turned around and forgot where they all came from. I'm the only one keeping this shit thorough as possible, bro. And I know I'm putting everything on the line. My life, every time I fight, but even outside this shit. A lot of them want to bring the streets into this shit, which is ridiculous. A lot of them want to bring the streets. They're not even thugs, bro. A lot of them ain't even thugs, yo. They not even thugs, bro.
Hey,
I'm gonna I'm gonna
nice.
tell
They
you,
nice guys.
a lot of them ain't even like that, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all because I grew up with them. So ain't no way, bro. If they saying I'm pussy or I ain't from this or I ain't from that, then what's that make them? We all grew up the same kind of way. We all know each other perfectly well. All right, since jits, bro. I knew Shakur since I was 12 years old. Me and him, we've had our own situations where we seen each other down, where we actually lost in certain situations. He's picked me up when I was down. I picked him up when he was down. All right. But now it gets to a point where everybody in a group. How many times y'all see me walk around with a group?
Never.
All right then.
Slim.
But for 1 second, this for everybody, 166 people listening right now. Don't you get it twisted. I'm heavy loaded.
Don't get it
Heavy
twisted,
hitter.
y'all.
And I don't like to do that because the
Heavy
people that
loaded.
represent me, they keep shit silent.
Don't get it
But
twisted.
if y'all really want to hurt me in that sense outside the ring, then I gotta let y'all understand this. There are huge consequences, okay? Huge consequences. I didn't make it this way without having sources, all right? The same sources that are protecting these
Oh
guys,
my God.
I got the whole unit, man. And I'm grateful for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna be boastful about it. But I just want y'all to understand something, man. I understand where I come from too. And I understand how much I made money for everybody else out there in the sport of boxing. All right. And I just want to make boxing great again as it should be. None of this crossfire, none of this other shit. The only crossfire it should be is with a pair of boxing gloves. All right, let's keep the sport clean. I actually want to bring USADA and WADA into the mix of the sport of boxing. I don't really trust VADA. That's just my opinion because of certain situations I've dealt with. But I don't trust VADA. I don't.
I told them they nasty over there at with Victor Bonte. It's nasty over there.
Andre Ward spoke about it years ago that VADA ain't the source if Victor Conte is in there. Listen, Victor Conte, however you say your name, um, I'm speaking off of just other people, all right? So you can't say that this is defamation, bro. I'm just speaking on the terms that have been filed on your name and on your behalf. Yo, that's the shit. These guys try to use that on me, man, and it's not gonna work. I'm sorry, it's not. It's a freedom of speech for a reason, man. The moment you want to take the freedom of speech away, then dumb and silent like sheep led to a slaughter, bro. That's really what's gonna happen. So other than that, man, I'm stating out my piece. You know, Crawford said something about my father. It's cool. No problems, no beef. Sending nothing but love and light to that side of the side. And you know, hey, may the best man win come September.
Tio, last one. Is the Ryan fight off the table now that you guys are going to be sharing trainers? Because it's been announced that he's heading back to Reynoso. Or is
Nah,
that
fuck,
fight you and your
fuck,
father
man.
will part ways for?
Nah, fuck that shit. What are you talking about? Heck no. Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it the way it is, bro. That don't stop me. He still got his part. I still got to do my part. All right. At the end of the day, we having a tournament that leads to the February 2026. So may the best man win in this tournament. You know, at least I could abruptly say this stuff and keep it the way it is. I don't care. That shit don't phase me. You know what I'm saying? It don't phase nobody over here, bro. I believed in myself before any of these guys did. And we did it before all of them. The only thing they got is, like I said, they got corporate, bro. They got these guys to just do the work for them. I'm doing this shit without nobody, just God, which is everybody, really. But yeah, man, it's all good, bro. It's all good in my hood. Hope everybody else is good. Happy New Year. Happy
Nah,
Chinese New Year. Y'all keep doing your thing. Is Two Tone still on this bit?
Appreciate you. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yo, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I'm just trying to make it better than what it was before. Cause a lot of these guys, man, they fake, bro. Hey, all y'all that listening too, they be hiding from y'all. They be hiding from all you fans. They don't really like you guys like that. I'm the
They
only one
do.
that
They
stays,
Talk,
do.
bro. I'm the
talk
only one
that
that
talk,
stays.
Tio.
I'm the only one that stays and sign autographs and play with your kids.
Yeah,
So
he
check
plays
that
with your
shit.
kids,
I
y'all.
ain't no people's champ to my people. I'm people's champ to all people. Fuck
To
out of
all
here.
people.
Yo, I don't care what race you is, man. Shit crazy out here.
He don't care about no race.
I'm over here. I take my time because you guys are the reason why I got another dime in my pocket. But more than that, the reason why I continue to be great. I'm here to inspire all you kids, all y'all out there that listening. You got fucking
One
all
minute
the
he
fans that you
inspiring the
guys
kids,
like.
the
All
other
your
minute
favorite
you talking
fighters
about
that y'all
suck your
like.
D
They
and
don't
all
even
that,
take the
man. Come
time.
on, bro.
Some of them don't even sign autographs because they want their autograph to be explicit and expensive.
Oh my God,
Fucking
man.
stupid. This shit is
Slobber
about a
knocking.
unit,
The
man. How
slobber
else are we
knocking
gonna
is
make more?
unbelievable.
You make more by giving more. That's exactly what it is. That's what Jesus walked on. What did Jesus walk
There you
on?
go,
I don't mean to
Jesus.
be on the religious side, but what did Jesus walk
Bring
on? He
religious
gave
into it.
more. He gave people more life, gave them more bread, more fish. Fuck out of here, bro. All y'all talking about God this, God that, but they don't mention God when they win. They mention they promoters first. Out of here. Stupid.
Mm.
But anyways,
See,
yeah.
yeah, let them know. Let them know that you got that lineal belt and you ready for all squabbles. They be trying to get on me like you be capping. I'll be like, no, Tio really want to run the squabble with
Come
all
on,
of them. Let them
man.
know, bro.
Come on, no,
You a
you don't.
superstar.
Man, come
That I
on. He
am.
don't
That I
want to
am.
run no
I am.
squabble,
Listen, man.
bro.
I'll just say, like, just check it
He
like
want a
this,
clout
bro. I'm
chase,
so
man.
great. Corporate gotta hide your boy because I'm so great. I'm too much of a big influence that they don't want to see happen right now, and that's with a lot of light, bro. All I do is I serve God, serve God's purpose. Lineal titles. Two. You know what? My thing. Hey, Crawford. Yo, you got 2 linear world titles, 2 Ring Magazine world titles. You got that shit at 36. I won both of them at 25. 11 years before you, you old head. 11 years. Even if y'all say that I wasn't 2-time undisputed, which I was, I got 2-time linear world titles 11 years before Crawford. So who really winning? Who really winning? That's my father's favorite line right there. And I'm gonna say it to y'all right now. Research. I'm so great that when Alexander Usyk won undisputed in 2018, nobody followed him. When me and Lomachenko fought for undisputed on ESPN, which they
He's still
announced, I could
trying
have
to. He's
sued
still
ESPN
trying to fight for
for
that.
taking that away. They announced that fight was
How could they take it
undisputed.
away
All
if it
right,
was undisputed?
I won it in 2020. How many other undisputed started doing it? Women and men,
Come
not
on,
just
man. You
men.
can't put Crawford
Women
into
and
that
men wanted to
situation.
start becoming undisputed more so than ever.
Come on, stop it, bro.
Facts.
Crawford was already. What are you talking about?
You know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
bro. Crawford was
Who's really
already at
doing the
140,
movement?
man.
I've been
Come
doing
on.
backflips
He did that
before
shit in
everybody. And
2017,
then
bro.
who's
What are you
doing
talking
backflips now
about?
off the ropes? Tell me.
That's
Bro,
crazy, man.
Tell me.
they said I was hate. I said Tio was
Slobber
the first
knocking.
one to do the backflip in a possible nasty cowboy
Oh,
jersey.
Oh
He
my
was the
I got
God.
first
videos.
one.
I
Now the
got photos and
backflip is
videos of me
important.
when I started amateurs at 8 years old competing, doing backflips. I've
The
been doing
backflip is
backflips
important now,
amateurly
y'all.
from 8 years old all the way to now. What are y'all talking about? Man, that's how I know these people are all cut up in that matrix. Y'all all cut up in that matrix. Man, you know what I do with the matrix? I grab the matrix and I do a Rubik's Cube on that bitch. Every time. Every time. And you know what? I'm grateful because that's all from the divine. Yes, the divine. So ain't nobody hating on nobody, bro. It's just facts, and a lot of y'all just living off lies, and y'all comfortable with that, but not over here, not on this side. But I'm telling y'all, man, it's gonna be my year. It's gonna be my year, bigger than ever. I don't smoke no more. I don't do no.
Okay, I only wanted y'all to listen to a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted you all to hear when, he made the mention about him sparring Canelo for Crawford. Like he's supposed to give Canelo the final touches, the missing wrinkles to his boxing skill set that he's always been missing. Come on, bro. And then the fact that, Ness did ask a solid question about him and Ryan Garcia. He said, no, that don't matter. That don't matter. It's something brewing with that. For them to be in the same camp, it's something brewing with that. Real talk. It's something that's up with that. Both of them being in the same camp and going to be in the same freaking stable. You know what I'm saying? Someone said Ali had a circus fight. Mayweather had a circus fight. Fury, etc. What's the problem? There's no retirement plan in boxing. All about the dollars. Okay. So when you speak of circus fights, all right, Ali, when he fought Lala Zato, a former football player, it was for an 8-round exhibition fight. That's not going on his box rec. Okay. Floyd Mayweather, let's put it into perspective. He fought a dangerous fighter so much to the point where the fight fans believed that Conor McGregor was going to knock Floyd out. They felt that Conor McGregor had what it take to knock Floyd out. Why? Because he had did something to Jose Aldo that no other fighter has ever done, knocked him out in 13 seconds. Do your research just a little bit better. Then he moved up and he beat Nate Diaz at 170. Then dropped back down and knocked out Eddie Alvarez, the Underground King, at 155. Much, much different than what you're talking about, a circus match. When Floyd fought a Conor McGregor that was 0-0. A lot of people, if we're going to go with what the fans are doing now, the fans are saying that they want to see the popular guy. Well, guess what? Conor McGregor was a popular guy, but he was also a legitimate certified official mixed martial arts world champion. You can't even compare Jake Paul being in the same sentence. You know what I'm saying? Ali fought an 8-round exhibition with Lyle Alzado back in 1979. And you're up here trying to compare that being the same. He also had a fight with Aoki, the Japanese wrestler, too. That was exhibition. There was no scoring, none of that. They just went rounds. So I think you way off the radar with talking about let them get money. No, it has nothing to do with money. I mean, it has a lot to do with money, but we're talking about what is the purpose at this point in time when you have a legitimate fighter calling you out. It's on the pound for pound list. He's calling you out. I see you, Neezy. What's good, bro? Shout out to Bowling Understanding on deck. I see you. What's good? What's good? When Tio was at 135, he asked Bob Arum for a catchweight fight with Taylor for the titles at both 135 and 40. See, it's always somebody out there with some content, with some curriculum. You know what I'm saying? Tio, it's too many people out here that's fact checking you because you out here feeling yourself. Too many. It's too many people seeing through the damn bullshit, bro. When he finished fighting Claggett, he was up here talking about all that clout chasing with Crawford and then say, oh, he can fight me at a catchweight. And now to hear that he was talking to Bob Arum, talking about a catchweight with Taylor, the one he was just bragging about beating, because he want to once again clout chase Crawford's name, talking about, hey, I did it before you did, which is true. You got the lineal. You're right, T.O. You got the lineal. You did. You're right. But you're up here mad that they retracted calling your win over Lomachenko undisputed. Why? Because Mauricio Suleiman contaminated those waters. He allowed Lomachenko to go on vacation again, just like he did after he finished fighting Kambosos. Go on vacation so he wouldn't have to fight Devin Haney or anything. He made sure he put that rule up there, implemented it when he gave it to Canelo, so Canelo wouldn't fight Charlo. And it helped out Vasily Lomachenko. He didn't have to damn face anybody that was potentially going to be his mandatory or number one contender. None of that. And then he came back with the plan to face T.O. with no rematch clause because he felt like he was going to run amok over T.O. and that was going to be that. It didn't happen. Yeah, you won't mention how Crawford went life or death with Majumov. I didn't see him going life or death. What's all the energy about? What's all the energy about? Listen, if you really want to, talk, you can click the link if you want to. I got a little time for you to click the link if you want to. They said T.O. wasn't going to beat Loma. And Taylor, we heard this before. And Floyd's crazy work. Comparing Jose and Eddie to Floyd is crazy work. Comparing Jose and Eddie to Floyd is crazy work. I'm not sure where I'm gathering. I was responding to it being a circus. An exhibition fight with Al Alzado was just that, an exhibition. I didn't call it a circus. I didn't even take it serious. But when you're talking about what Conor McGregor did as a reigning seated 2-division champion, the first to ever do it at the UFC, is a big deal. Conor McGregor, when you talk about the height of popularity, Conor McGregor's popularity far exceeded that of Jake Paul, if you want to talk about right now. When Conor McGregor did that, did that shit as a mixed martial artist, you couldn't say Conor McGregor's name without anybody knowing who he was and how dangerous he was. He was knocking dudes out. He was knocking them out. So I'm not comparing him to Floyd Mayweather. I'm just saying Floyd fought a fight with an 0-0 mixed martial artist who the public deemed dangerous enough to go in there and knock Floyd out. Because he was on a knockout streak and they felt that, hey, this guy has a legitimate chance, a mixed martial artist, to go in there and put boxing gloves on. That's when they had the Paulie Malignaggi, sparring scandal where they say he knocked out Paulie. All this shit was going on. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if there's anything else I want to get past on this.
No drinks. I'm not even having sex. My divorce about to be finalized in about like 2-3 weeks. I know, Tune. I know, Tone. I'm not even having sex. I ain't even trying to give this good energy or good dick to these women.
What you was smoking on, Theo? What?
I was smoking on them.
You weren't smoking on that gas.
He said that. You ain't say the Haney. Hey, wait, you ain't say the Haney pack. Oh, fuck.
You say the Haney pack? I didn't say that. I said you weren't smoking on that gas.
No, he said that. He said
you weren't smoking on that street weed.
He was on that Haney pack.
We was smoking on them Haney packs, but not anymore, bro. We having that back.
Damn. That's Coach Champ.
Oh. See, if that wasn't been me, they'd be like, yo, that's kissing the ass, or you doing all this shit. Man, you really slobbing. You know what I'm saying? When I used to damn chop it up, I'm just basic, shit like that. They were saying, oh, man, the way you talk about Crawford Wilder and all that. But come on, bro. Like, that's proving my point. It's okay to have fun with a fighter. Don't say it's dick riding if you ain't willing to say this is dick riding. Don't say it when I'm doing it. You just picking and choosing who you want to come up with and address because they're feeling a little bit good about the fighter they support. Man, this shit right here, hey man, to each his own. Like I said, no problem with what's going on. They support their fighter, whoever they fight. At one point in time, I rock with T.O. heavy.
Damn, champ.
Damn, Lord, child.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, but like, shit, man. I don't know, man. I'm hyped. I'm amped, bro. I'm like 152 right now. I'm ready to fight, man. Anytime, any day.
He's 152 right now. He's ready to fight. Man, get your ass up out of here. You're not fighting anybody. You look, you're the WBO champion. You talking about you was linear and all that. But yeah, you won't even mention Brian Norman's name. Man, get out of here.
I'm saying they can get me in, man.
Hey, no, for real, we like this version, man. We like this version of you. We everybody says it. I ain't say it. I ain't make it up, but we just see it, man. It's versions of you, champ, and we like this version of you, champ. We like.
Hey, who was saying that way back when they wasn't even fucking with T.O.? Me? Oh, he's a good manipulator. He know how to talk to the media. He's very good with the PR. He's very good with the PR. Now they wanna cuddle and embrace him with open arms because he's with Team Canelo right now. So all these, Canelo fans are adopting Teofimo. That's exactly what T.O. wanted to do, him and his pops. I ain't mad at him. Do what you gotta do to get that traction. Do what you gotta do. And if you in the chat talking about boxing don't have a retirement, stop acting like I don't say that all the time. Stop acting like I don't say that all the time, man. Stop crying.
Thank you. Nah, you guys gonna see this forevermore and ever. I was letting go of things because of my wife, bro, but that's gone. That shit's gone. Ex-wife now. So 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think, and that's it, man. I'm grateful. I'm happy. She a great mother to my boy, but other than that, I'm happy, man. I'm motivated. Back to my wife, my true divine wife, and that's boxing.
Well, you got a dirty, slimy hoe if that boxing's your wife. Boxing ain't loyal to nobody. It's no way you can call boxing your wife. Where did you pick this trick up at? Where? Boxing can't be your wife, man. You would have been better off staying married if you trying to say you're gonna ask for loyalty and love from boxing. Come on, boxing can't be your wife now, bro, when you was out here acting the way you was acting, you cannot have just, bro. I can't. Somebody need to send T.O. a goddamn cup right now. Vada, hey, please go test that man. He on some shit. He on some good shit. He on some good shit.
So yeah, man.
Amen.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
you can
sir.
tell, Chad. We see it. Everybody see it.
Oh yeah, man, just having a great time, bro. Look, and to everybody, look, I'm about to be somewhere in
Slobber
the next couple
knockers.
days. About to do a give back to, you know, a lot of people also getting
Slobber
deported from all
knockers.
different parts. So even me as also a Latino, you know, going out there, gonna take, you
Oh,
know,
you're
my
Latino
signatures and
now?
everything, give it to the back to the community, get waters, food, all that stuff, clothing by needed. And yeah,
Represent
man, just make a
Honduras.
better impact for those
You
two.
don't
You know,
mention
I
that
think, and
too
then
often,
eventually
T.O.
cross over. We're gonna
Honduras.
cross over, and while I'm in New York, do something over there, even for the just in the community overall. Gotta go. Look, I'm touching base everywhere, bro. Even give kids a little bit of my time, showing them my boxing. Do some mitt work. You know, I'm dropping game for all these other boxers right now too. Y'all can take my ideas. Ain't no problem because that's helping everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bro, what? Hey, I'm Bullets. What's going on, bro? I don't know what direction you're trying to go with knocking out. They're both professional fighters. If you're up here co-signing this fight with Jake Paul, and the reason why you're finding yourself trying to provide insurgency with what I'm saying, then you may be confusing yourself, because Conor McGregor was an absolute two-division champion, like I said. You have to have some type of threshold of danger. There has to be something that allowed the boxing fans to say this is a challenge. Conor McGregor presented that to Floyd because he was a dangerous fighter, a legitimate dangerous fighter. Don't nobody, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, don't none of them souls see Jake Paul as being a dangerous boxer to Canelo Alvarez. None of them, bro. None of them. None of them. That was never a look. How can it be a circus if you're talking about it? It was $100 tickets, bro. That was a rich ass circus. That was a rich ass circus. $100 ticket, and it's up there at the top of the pay-per-views. Floyd allowed Conor McGregor to do what he do. He was smart, a genius. Floyd allowed Conor to just speak and trash talk because he knew he had traction.
that'll build up your profile. If you ever get time, come to Phoenix, bro. The last time you was out here, the fans love you. Come back to Phoenix, bro. We fuck with you out here heavy.
Hey, they wasn't fucking with him when WCS was fucking with him when I was out there covering them. I ain't hearing these cats, but neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot that I had going on back then. I didn't see none of these dudes on here fucking with T.O. He'll tell you. I mean, when I walked out in Texas when he fought Diego Magdaleno, I didn't see you. I didn't see y'all up there, you know, on the T.O. bandwagon before the fame. That's when you really know you in the sport, when you cover these fighters before the fame, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me go in the archives, bro.
Nah, yo, that's love, man. Absolutely.
It's good. Everybody got the T.O. love now. It's a new year, a new T.O. Ooh.
Definitely take that, man. I might do that right before I start into camp. So that's really good. Hey, thank you for that. Nah, for real. So, I mean, hey, everybody in Phoenix, man, get ready. I'm going to be out there. We're going to call it a Phoenix takeover. So, let's do it, man.
He's going to take a trip
That's what
out
I'm
to
working on,
Phoenix.
man.
Okay.
To all y'all, man, I deleted a lot of shit, man, just because it's time to revamp and work on my social, but at the same time, for the people. Everything's for the people.
For
all
the people, shawty.
we all are one.
We all are one.
Love y'all, man. I love all y'all. Thank you for the opportunity for talking with y'all. Thank you for my time as well. And for everybody that's listening, man, God is great. God is first. And
he was saying George Kambosos.
But then the end didn't prove that. S was a big T.O. fan. JD Spades is S. You see the skills. Y'all see the skills, man. That's what
I
it
think
is.
that's what made it funny, bro. It's not that he's moving good. It's the pants that are moving with him the way it looks so funny. You know? He got good footwork.
Hey,
You
yo,
feel me? But
is that him? Is that him or his trainer saying, hey?
bro, if he had like this tight leggings on with the short, regular shorts, I don't think it'd be as funny, bro. You know?
Hey, yo, my boy done leveled up, man. He fought
The way he
Canelo
grabbed the
and he
rope.
feeling himself. He fought Canelo and he leveled up. He learned some new moves.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey. Oh, you for real? That's news to me, BB. Well, I ain't gonna say
excel him over everybody. He excel him. You supposed to feel like you that man, but I think you supposed to.
You guys gonna see this forevermore and ever.
man.
Man. That's what I'm working on, man. To all y'all, man. I deleted a lot of shit, man.
Irv Gotti brought his DM.
Got a stroke.
I love this boxing, man. I can't believe after all my life was like, you know, you start talking about boxing, people they be like, you know, it's like boxing fans don't exist. And we got this platform here, motherfucker, just super chatting a bunch of negative shit. Saying, or look in the chat, man, not even super chat. I'm just looking in the chat, and all I see is negative stuff in the chat.
Man, I'm not trying to hear that. What you talking about? I just want y'all to hear this. Let's talk about this cat. You know, he has put out what he was offered to fight Subriel Matias on pay-per-view. And just to go back, this is Teofimo Lopez, and he put this out there, and Crawford responded. Okay? Just to give you a little bit of insight on how this whole process was, and, you know, Crawford responding the way he did. Teo said, I will get sliced for this, but this was to drop my first pay-per-view and showcase that I cannot sell any bigger venues. It was against a Puerto Rican, which should have been hosted in New York, not Vegas, Nevada. The boxing business knows what happened. When I missed the incentives. Crawford responded, 2.6 is crazy work to be getting when you this big a star. You say you is. It's all makes sense now. Why you was being a goofy. Oh man, goddamn. Hey, let's go through it though. WBO junior welterweight title defense versus Subriel Matias. This was the planned scheduled fight that, you know, once again, the people was tuned in for, right? Okay. March 15th, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada. I thought Teo said that he was going to fight him in New York. Guaranteed payment to Teo, 2.6. Bonus payment of $250,000 upon the pay-per-view reaching 80,000 buys. 80,000 buys, y'all, in the United States. 50% of all pay-per-view revenue received by the promotion after the first 100,000 pay-per-view buys in the United States. 50% of all gate revenue received by the promotion above 1.5 million. So Teo put this out there for the viewing audience. He felt that this was information that y'all needed to see. You know, why would he put this information out there? That just tells me one thing. Your wife didn't have anything to do with these numbers and this arrangement. Your ex-wife had nothing to do with this. It's you lost control of pretty much excelling off the momentum that you had off the launch pad with Vasily Lomachenko. Somehow, some way, it didn't add up. You took the loss to Kambosos. All you had to do if you wasn't 100% is not take the fight. You could have dropped your titles and just, you know, kept the O, right? You was undefeated, kept the O, moved up to 140, and started your reign up there. You didn't have to take the fight with Kambosos. You could have just vacated the titles like Devin Haney did and moved the fuck on. But greedy, you know, when you're greedy sometime, when you're not clear-minded, you make ill-advised decisions. And people talk about the Kambosos fight more than anything. Now, it's wild that the fight fans are not really seeing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? About Canelo, you know, trying to, you know, Canelo is pretty much helping out Teo reinvent his career. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is helping Tio re-inject interest, re-inject, the elevation that's needed to get him to that level based off who he is as a fighter. Basically, he's there because he is the new slobber knocker to Team Canelo. That's pretty much what you hear. Did you hear Floyd behind this Paul and Canelo fight? I always felt that Floyd has a under the table hate towards Bud, low key. He is slimy. Look, I'm looking at it like this. It's nothing. If Floyd is behind this, right? You remember the live I did? Shout out to Don Vaughn in the building. You remember the live I did on Floyd Mayweather being one of the most powerful men in boxing? That's because he does have his hand in a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I did a live and Floyd Mayweather, one of the most powerful men in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Whether he hate Floyd, whether he low-key hate Crawford or not, man, this boxing is a dirty game. That's why I can't understand why Tio is saying the new wife is his boxing. You're looking to fall even worse than you did when you was married before. You know what I'm saying? You're looking crazy, bro. You're looking real crazy. But back to this Teofimo and putting all his damn details out there for Super El Matias. That's what you wanted to happen. You wanted to be in a position like this. Because somehow, some way, bro, you couldn't have elevated to a higher state of boxing off the Lomachenko fight. You messed up. Let me tell you how Teofimo messed up. Teofimo could have very well dropped the IBF belt because, look, his pops was already saying he's been at 135 his damn near his entire career. He could have dropped the IBF and let George Kambosos have it. George Kambosos' career would have never hit the height that it did by getting the win over UTO. You could have just dropped the belt to George Kambosos. You could have fought Devin Haney for the unified titles, and that would have been a pretty big fight for you coming off the Lomachenko win. A big fight. That Devin Haney fight would have been bigger than you and Kambosos. But you didn't want to do it because the back and forth that was going on with Bill Haney and y'all wanted to keep, Haney on the outside. So you felt that, for one, Kambosos would be an easier fight. That's what you thought. Kambosos would be an easier fight than you fighting Devin Haney. And I guess you did it out of spite. And that spite slapped you in your face. Hard. The spite that you did, you made bad decisions. After you all made the best decisions, you won the title eliminator. Your pops was bragging on you. They called him the Nostradamus, which I did too. He predicted it. You know what I'm saying? He prognosticated what you was going to do. You came champion and beat Lomachenko. Your pops will always be on record as predicting two of the best fights of your career. He said, my son is going to be champion in 15 fights, and he's going to beat Lomachenko because Lomachenko's scared. He went in there and beat Lomachenko when Lomachenko was number 2 on the pound-for-pound list. You know what I'm saying? But you made a mistake when it came to you to defend the titles. You should have fought Devin Haney, then Kambosos, or you should just vacate the titles altogether. You know what I'm saying? You could just went off the titles, but you messed around and went in there with the wrong game plan trying to knock Kambosos out. Why? Because he coming off 2 split decision wins. You thought he was going to be super easy. And you get dropped. But neither here nor there. That's in the past. You know what I'm saying? That's in the past. Shout out to Juice in the building. They really not trying to see Bud go down as the GOAT for real. Canelo versus Paul is some circus-ish. Yeah. If Floyd and anybody else, boxing is what it is, bro. It's a lot of mischievous, juvenile behavior that goes on. A lot of backstabbing, cutthroat shit in boxing. You'll be a fool to call this sport your wife. You'll be a fool to call this sport your wife. You don't want to call boxing your wife? Do that shit? What's wrong with you? You don't want to do that shit in boxing, bro. But yeah, TL put this shit up there, bro. For those of you that you know, he says it's gonna be in New York. It looked like it clearly says T-Mobile Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? That's not for him to defend his lineal and his WBO title against a former champion and only getting 2.6. Damn. And that's without taxes. Hey, that's without taxes. So he's getting below 2 easily. You know what I'm saying? He got people to pay off that. Dang, that ain't too much of anything, bro. But hey, they with Team Nello right now. Maybe they can get it right. Maybe they can get it right, bro. That's all I'm saying. Maybe he can get this shit right. That's all I'm saying. Maybe he can get it right. As far as what you said, them not trying to see Crawford, if it's meant for Crawford to be in a position, you know, he does have options, right? We've seen Errol Spence fall out. So he does have the option. I mean, just look at it now. What's going on in 154? They talking about Mercedes Eliav can't get a fight. People know because he's too dangerous, he can't get a fight. You know, so all these people that's you know, talking about Madrimov fight. If you initially bring out the Madrimov fight, and the only thing you got to say is negativity, you're a Bud hater. That's all. You're a Bud hater. Because when you bring up negative shit first off that fight, you just hate the fighter. And look, I don't feel no type of way because I didn't ask you to support Bud. I'm not one of those channels where you got to support the fighters I support. Support who the hell you are. You're a grown-ass adult. But when you come over here trying to, you know, throw hate and shade and talking about, yeah, you say this. If you support, cool. It's not going to matter either way. But no, you need to have some receipts. Have the receipts, man. If you saying he went life or death, why did he win? That's my thing. If it's so easy to beat Bud when he's making these moves and all that, beat him. Let's not keep, you know, continue to freaking make up these storylines like he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. He's winning. T.O. is not Bud. He couldn't win when it depended on him to defend his titles. He could have vacated like Crawford did. Crawford was on the big and better things. That just goes to show you, you know, hey, everybody don't think alike. Crawford beat Dongo. I want to go up to 147, get these titles. I want to go give me a title. I want to get another division under my boom. Left one, then fought Jeff Horn first fight. Ain't nobody talking about he's struggling in that fight. Oh, well, I beat Spence. You know, pound for pound, it's time for me to move up. Boom, he moves up. He beats Madrimov. What? Oh, man, he struggled with that fight. But he did the same thing. What a hell of a run. What a hell of a run, bro. A hell of a run. And now he's at the crossroads where you have individuals that's trying to impede his progress. That just says the Crawford name is bigger than what certain people want to give him credit for. Don said, getting hit blindside on this boxing highway, even though I've always seen the light. For sure, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you've seen them lights. Hey, boxing got them high beams on there, Don. Boxing got the high beams on it, don't it? Boxing, they always, and I'll take that back. Sometimes boxing drive with the lights off, and they don't turn them bitches on till they right up on your ass. I'm telling you, that's boxing, bro. That's boxing. Y'all hold on for a second, man. I'm back. Hey, I dropped a link in the chat, man. In case anybody want to talk about the current events or anything like that. I rarely even drop the link. But I got some time this Thursday. That's up to you, man. I know a lot of you all getting off unwinding from work. I get it. Hopefully everyone had a great day at the workplace. That's always good. You know what I'm saying? If you in here, just hit the button. The one that favors you listen to the content. I appreciate it. While that's going on, let me check and see there's some other interesting topics. I can't sit up there and talk about that one. No. I wanted to talk about Regis Prograis. I know he left Evan his strength and conditioning. Then, he's supposed to fight Miguel Medueno. And he came down with an injury. You know what I'm saying? He done came down with an injury now. So he's out of that fight. They talking about Moses Ayatuma potentially fighting Charles Martin. That'll be a real step up in competition for Ayatuma this early in the game to face a Charles Martin. Charles Martin's still dangerous, though. He's still dangerous. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's still dangerous. So we'll have to see how that works out. Shout out to Carissa Shields. Still gotta say shout out to her. In becoming the first undisputed heavyweight women's world champion. I believe that was. Shout out to her. Wild fight, but I can't say, for the lack thereof, I can't say that Carissa didn't go out there from the gate trying to put hands on, Daniela Perkins. Perkins, I thought, would be much more dangerous, but she's just a bit slow. She's big, but she's slow. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't cower down. She didn't back off. She was trying what she could, but every time she was throwing combination, that chin was in the sky. One thing about Carissa, she was letting them hands go like she was trying to, hey, that's her friend though. Look, they was cool, but Carissa was putting hands like they was back in Flint. She was smacking her up, dog, and then she landed that right hand. Oh my God, she dropped the old girl, and then the bell run. She went over there with a smile and said, hey, you all right? I mean, damn, she was smacking her up, man. She looked sharp at heavyweight. I ain't gonna lie, man. Carissa looked fast, sharp. She looked strong as shit at heavyweight, man. Unfortunately, there's just not enough competition. I know she mentioned Layla. She mentioned facing Hannah Gabriel again. Man, shout out to Hannah Gabriel. The most beautiful woman in boxing. Hannah Gabriel is the most beautiful woman in the sport of boxing. I've seen her in person, seen her fight. She is the most beautiful woman, natural beauty in boxing, period. And damn near in combat sports. She is gorgeous. I mean, I think she's beyond gorgeous. I think she's beautiful. I mean, beautiful is a whole nother level. But, her and Carissa fought the first time. So let's see if that even happened. I saw across my timeline that Hannah Gabriel has accepted. She hasn't really had a fight like that. She had a positive test or whatever that she had to fight to have that cleared. So she says she accepts. Check it out and see, can you not get mesmerized? For you married cats out there, I wouldn't watch that video if your wife is in the same room now. You might get a frying pan upside the head because them eyes Hannah Gabriel got, them joints are hypnotic, mesmerizing. Shit. Man, I'm getting tired of seeing Eddie Hearn talking about Joshua versus Fury. I'm so tired of that, man. Nah, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. What else is out there, man? Keyshawn got his fight coming up soon. Just can't wait to that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how we thought T.O. was gonna be fighting Richardson Hitchens, but they're talking about no paperwork has been sent or anything. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Shout out to Jamal Neezy in the building. What's up with it, Neezy?
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, you good, man. You good. Appreciate you pulling up.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate this show too. Yo, why? I don't want to be mentioning. I'm not gonna mention the other channel's name, but the guy that be wearing a taco on his head and his eyes be popping out. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
How
Fizz.
he makes how he makes a video trying to make it sound okay that Canelo fighting Jake Paul and try to say Crawford needs to go through the proper channels like have warm-up fights at 168 before he had like basically if he's not worthy of that fight yet, but yet try to make Jake Paul okay.
Yeah, he makes Jake Paul okay, and the highest weight he ever fought at, he's up there fighting a special rules fight with Mike Tyson. Well, clearly it wasn't a real fight. He didn't get no warm up fight before he moved up to heavyweight and did some shit like that. And that's what I say about him. He's a freaking, he switches up, man. He's just showbiz, bro. He's just all about the showbiz. He'll say one thing before and then something totally different. Man, how does Crawford need a tune up? How?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like his resume and what he did in his career is still not enough for him to have a deserving fight with Canelo. Are you kidding me?
I
Are
don't
you
know
kidding me?
I don't know what's going on. I agree with you, bro. Like they keep
So
on putting these
is it,
standards out there.
so is the last person like at 168 that's on the list to get a fight like on the WBA or WCBC whatever, the 10th person on that list to get a fight is more worthier than a Crawford fight because they already at 168. I'm
True,
lost.
true. You're right. It is a Sergey Daryanchenko who has multiple losses. Is that the fight they want to see? They want him to go in there against somebody. Like nobody knows the dudes in the back half of the top 15 in the
Correct.
168 pound. Nobody knows them. So if Crawford was to fight a Steed Woodall, come on, a Steed Woodall now.
What would it prove? Oh, he can't take a punch at 168. All right, Canelo, you can fight. What? That's what we doing now.
This shit is beyond strange, man. But you know what I'm saying, Neezy? Because I thought when we came from 24 to 25, like boxing fans was waking up because we was getting some of the fights we wanted to get. But I
Yeah.
think they got way dumber, bro.
Now we can't insult the dumb people now.
They want to see fantasy fights, and you have people up here trying to advocate why the fight is good. No, we had a legitimate fight set up. Crawford, freaking Canelo. That's a legitimate fight. 2 pound for pound fighters. But yet we have people talking about popularity and IG followers and shit like that.
The same thing with Ige doing the same shit like he happy about the fight not even happening.
Yeah. That's how you know it's
I
straight
don't
up
get
hate.
this. That's how you know. You're absolutely right, man.
That's why
That's
you know
how
it's
you
straight
know.
up hate. When they up here cheering a fight isn't happening, that means they don't want to see anything positive. Like these are cats that saying they're a fan of the sport and not the fighter. No.
Yeah, it's bullshit. A load of crap.
Because if that was the case, if you was a fan of the sport, you'll talk about certain fights that you want to see, but they up there just they're denouncing fights. Oh, I want to see that fight because I don't like the fighter. I don't like that fighter. Good.
Right.
That fight ain't happening.
Feelings enforcement, which
Yeah.
infuse into their logic. I don't understand this crap, man.
Yeah, you got to be careful about articulating shit like that now, Neezy. You know, people start sitting up here. Don't start talking about infusion and diffusion. You know what I'm saying? You know how people get when you sound like you're a little bit educated, dog. They
I
start
know,
to
man.
leave.
And even the fake managers of boxing up there still talking about snacking Vada. This shit is nuts, man.
Ain't that some of
The
the most
man beat the
retarded
hell
shit
out
you
your
ever?
fighter 2 years ago. He beat the hell out your fighter 2 years ago. You still talking about snacking fucking Vada?
It is.
Jesus.
Oh my god, man! It's almost like, man, the shit that you see, man. You say to yourself, like, is it other type of some recreational drug or something, man? Like, what the fuck, dog? That shit happened that shit happened in 2023, man. And you still talk about snack.
And be clear, the man try to purposely go back as far as the Sean Porter fight.
Yeah.
To lump in everybody, you know, in the mix.
Yeah, when he was initially so-called recognized as a snack fighter, supposedly. They go far back as to when he was initially recognized as a snack fighter and try to insinuate that he needed to be on snack to beat Sean Porter.
Right.
Yeah, some bullshit going on, bro. It make you shake your head, bro.
He needed snack, and Porter wasn't himself, so he needed both those things to happen.
Yeah. I think about it like this: how in the Porter fight, it was weird. Certain things need to happen. Porter didn't train, but yet they still showed up and collected the $4 million ticket, right?
Yeah.
Then when it came to Spence, Crawford showed up. Spence was weight drained. He wasn't 100% and all this other shit. So
And he was on juice. He was on a supposed juice. So everything was happening to Spence, and Crawford needs some extra help.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, Crawford, man, he knows by now that he's gonna have to. He's somewhat like one of those anointed freaking disciples that he's gonna fight a little bit harder for his blessings to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think they wiped the fight off the table with him and Canelo because he's in good with Turkey. That's one thing I know. Okay, we both know that. We know that Turkey gave Crawford the first fight over here in the U.S. So that conversation is not dead. He knows what's going on. Crawford knows what's going on with this.
Right.
He's gonna be taken care of. Sheik is gonna look after him, but he's just keeping his mouth shut. That's all.
Yeah, Lord knows that if Crawford start talking ish and Canelo feelings get hurt. Oh no. Yo want Payday? You want pay? No Payday.
Yeah, no Payday because you're talking. You're talking. I mean, how many fighters was talking shit about Canelo? A lot. Triple G was talking shit about him. You know, he fought him. Man, there was plenty of people. Belanga was talking shit about him. He fought him. Hami McGee may have raised the eyebrow or something. You know, he don't say shit. He looked the same all the time. But man, that ain't the reason why you ain't fighting these guys.
So wait. Go ahead. Finish it. I was gonna say. So when Crawford needs to like do a tune-up fight at 168 just to fight a champion, was that same noise was happening before he got to 154? Was that same noise was happening? Oh no, right?
No, we didn't hear that he needed a tune-up fight at 154 because didn't nobody give a crap about him facing Jermell Charlo at the time. Because before he fought Spence, he said what? After I step on Spence, I want Jermell Charlo. Didn't nobody care about that.
Nobody cared.
They didn't say, "Oh man, you need to take a tune-up fight before you fight Jamel Charlo because he was the undisputed champion." Nobody said that, bro.
So what accolades that Jamel Charlo get to just straight jump up to fight Canelo?
I don't know, man. I want to say because he was black. That ain't the case because Terrence Crawford darker than him, and he's supposedly off the table. Might be you know where
Yeah,
I'm going
somebody
next.
call.
Might be
Can you
good
hear
old
me?
Al.
Somebody's call. Wait. Can you go back again? Can you go back? Because somebody just called and I didn't hear what you said.
No, I was saying
He
maybe.
needed accolades to fight straight Canelo.
No, I was saying that he may have, you know, may have been black. He got it because he was black. You know, Canelo fight a black fighter like once every 10 fights. I don't know, but I'm just saying. I mean, maybe it was DEI. You know, what I'm saying diversity. You know, shit or some affirmative action. I don't know, but maybe it was Al Heyman, bro. You know, Al Heyman promised Canelo a Charlo, and it was supposed to be Maul. Maul couldn't make it, so he said, "Hey, you can fight Mel, the easier, smaller
Right.
Charlo."
What, does he know the rules? Are you going to give him the orders? You got to
Who?
give him the orders.
Who?
You know Canelo want to fight people that gets the orders because
Oh yeah,
Bivol
yeah,
didn't
for
listen.
sure.
Bivol didn't listen to the orders.
Yeah, Bivol wasn't trying to hear the orders, man. For real, you ain't lying. He wasn't listening to all that. Bivol say, "No, I come from a different country. We ain't taking no orders. No, forget that." But I would say this though, right? Like you made a good point. Like they wasn't even talking about Bud and all this. Take a tune up before you move to 154. But
Right.
yet, I didn't hear them telling Charlo that he need to take a tune up before he go fight Canelo. He need to
That's
fight
exactly
somebody
my
at
point I was
68.
making. Yeah, that's exactly the point I was making. Nobody bat an eye. Ain't say nothing. No videos. Not if he's worthy.
Nothing. They just knew that he was a PBC fighter and it was A-OK. That's the thing with
PBC,
Crawford.
that's all it needed, right? PBC, that's all you need,
Yeah.
right?
If Crawford was a PBC fighter, I guess he'd have maybe about 10 or 15 more black fight fans is on his side, dog.
Whew.
You know? If he was a PBC fighter, he was locked in like Spence. Because I think Spence locked in for life over there.
Right.
He got that life contract with Al. Why do you think he can't come back, man? Because I know we were celebrating the fish fry in 2023, but you think the beating that he got the 29th, why Spence can't make it back against freaking Fundora, bro? You must be under a bridge or something. I can't hear nothing you saying. You there? Needs, I can't hear a word you saying, man. Hey y'all, I've been on 2 hours. Neezy dropped out. I had to catch up with you the next live, Neezy. But hey, shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Shout out to the strays and the haters. You know what I'm saying? Got to give y'all support too when you show up in the chat. And we should do it again, man. Till next time, peace. I'm out.